BoobTube. Most likely this will be part 1 of my reaction rant to season 3 of Fear the Walking Dead. Because remember when Fear the Walking Dead came back to us on Sunday and a special 2-hour premiere, which the reason why for 2 hours and sir, can you sit down? Sit down. Sit. Thank you. The reason why it was 2 hours is because not only did they show episode 1, they showed episode 2. So this is my most likely part 1 video for Fear the Walking Dead season 3 episode 2 titled The New Frontier. Why I geeked out when I heard the title New Frontier? Because if you guys have been playing the Telltale Walking Dead game, you would understand. Or the fact you've just been reading the comic/graphic novel, again, you would understand. I'm not going to get too much into it. You guys read the comic/graphic novel or even play the Telltale game. Most particularly, the Telltale Walking Dead game Season 3. Because you will hear the name, The New Frontier. Particularly in that season. Anyway, what'd you do? Baby, come here. Why are you over there? You look like a loner. Come here. Come here. He's sitting literally by himself. He looks like a loner. Why can't you just sit with mommy? Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Anyway. Last time, remember, Travis and Alicia took Luciana to the helicopter. And they took off while Nick and Madison joined Troy in I think a truck. But anyway, it's at night, and the helicopter pilot, who I believe her name was Charlene, pretty much navigates through the ranch with Jake, Troy's little brother, by her side. And Travis and Alicia are tending to Luciana in the back. You know, Jake wonders whether or not if they should, gain more altitude, but he's like, you know what? Let's just leave it at the speed we're at, right? But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a round of bullets end up hitting the chopper. And as the chopper is trying to evade the gunfire, Travis ends up getting shot. So he clasps his hand over his neck. He's all calling for help. But what really I thought was weird was the fact that he was asking for help, and yet he unbuckled his harness and opened the helicopter door. And I'm like, what are you doing, right? And I'm probably thinking the same thing Alicia's thinking, because she's like, Travis is telling Alicia, help me, as he's unbuckling his harness and opening the door. I'm thinking like Alicia, because Alicia, she unbuckled herself and tries to stop him because she thinks that he's going to jump out because he's in shock from the bullet wound. But then everything just simply goes silent, and my heart... Really? Fine, be that way. My heart literally breaks, because when everything goes silent, Alicia sees a giant hole in Travis's side. And she realizes that the bullets that hit the chopper hit Travis in his stomach and then went up trajectory-wise. I can't even pronounce that. Trajectory-wise. The bullet went through him from his stomach, like his side, perforated his stomach most likely, and then went out his neck. And so because of that, Alicia realizes that she can't do anything to help him or save him. So her hand slips away, and Travis, still holding his neck, falls out of the helicopter to his death. Which most likely is his death because, he got shot, went most likely through his stomach and out his neck. I'm pretty damn sure there's no way from coming out of that. But then again, in the predecessor show, The Walking Dead, Carl got shot in the face, right through his eye socket, and his ass is still alive, so... But... not only did he get shot and went through here, out there, he fell out of the helicopter without a parachute or anything, so I'm pretty sure he's dead. But I'm just saying, we've seen some gunshot wounds from the predecessor that there is a good chance from surviving. I mean, look at Carl. For Christ's sake, like I said, he got shot in the frickin' face right there in the eye. And his ass is still alive. I mean, come on. If you read the comic/graphic novel, you already knew about Carl getting shot in the face and surviving. But seeing it on the screen, it still baffles me. But he did fall out of the helicopter without a freaking parachute, so if the fall did not kill him, he bled to death somewhere. Anyway, back to that beach hotel where Strand stayed behind. A bunch of refugees are all clamoring at the gate, demanding to see a doctor. And that one chick, Elena, she's like denying them entry. She's like, we can't help you guys. Sorry, you can't come in. But then Strand comes out of nowhere, announces that he's a doctor, and unlocks the gate. Of course, Elena and that dude Hector, they're mad at Strand for this because, you know, because Strand let them in. And he's like, you know what? I'll be a doctor, and I just saved all these lives. If you just refuse these poor people and not let them in, you could have killed them all. I'm going to save all these people. I don't care if you're angry at me, basically, right? So, back with, Jake and Alicia. Once the helicopter reaches the ground, Jake tells Alicia they must push forward to escape whoever shot the chopper down. And Alicia, being cute and innocent, wonders if Travis is still alive, which I think is kind of cute. But Alicia, if he didn't die from the blood loss from that bullet wound that went from here all the way up there, then he fell to his death. I'm sorry, sweetie. And Jake insists that there's no way Travis could survive the fall, which I completely agree, because one, he fell out of a helicopter, that's like a couple of stories high off the ground, I'm pretty sure, without a parachute. And plus, he's most likely bleeding to death because he got shot in the abdomen, stomach, or whatever, and then it escaped through his neck. It could have hit an artery or something. He could have bled to death, like literally flying in the sky for all we know. Anyway, the next day with Troy, because remember, Troy's the one that got Madison and Nick into his, I think his truck. You see Troy blasting heavy metal music as he's driving Madison and Nick to his father's ranch. And of course, Madison's keeping her guard up because she's very leery of Troy and his motives, which I don't blame her, because I've said in the previous episode, the 3 videos I made for the previous episode, I have my concerns about Troy because he was already a creeper. You know, he was like taking a weird interest in Madison in the first episode, and he was conducting those experiments on behalf of his father, apparently, where he was testing out who would turn into an infected faster, judging by like body size and ethnicity and all that shit. And he was even like watching Madison and Alicia sleep in episode 1 and like writing notes and shit. So I was already wary of Troy. So I don't blame her at all for being leery of Troy. I'm leery of Troy. That guy's a creeper. Anyway, eventually the caravan pretty much pulls up at this ranch called Broke Jaw Ranch. If I remember, if that was it called Broke Jaw Ranch or something like that? I don't remember. But there's this guard that tells Troy that Jake never arrived. His brother, the one that has Alicia in the chopper. Troy orders Madison and Nick to get out of the truck, and he drives inside the gate, leaving Madison and Nick outside looking inside, right? So basically, he kicked them out of his car, and like he goes inside this ranch, and poor Madison and Nick are just staring inside looking into the ranch from the outside. It's like, you rescued them and you're not gonna let them in? You ass. But anyway, Nick, he suggests that they backtrack to find Alicia and Travis, because remember, they don't know what happened to Travis, right, in the chopper. So for all they know, Travis is alive. So like Nick suggests, let's backtrack so we can find them. But Madison insists that they stay put just in case the helicopter shows up, right? Because she's like, what if we leave to go find them and then the chopper ends up coming here and we're not here, right? So I don't blame her for what. I don't blame Nick and I don't blame Madison because they both have good things to do, like to see if they're. He wanted to go see it to find them to see if they're okay because they haven't arrived yet. But Madison says they should stay because for all they know, if they left, they show up, they're gone, right? But then Madison, she reveals to Nick that she's managed to steal a gun that was inside Troy's truck. And she tells him that they could protect themselves if they have to, right? And back at the hotel, you see Strand treating a child with some minor wounds, and as he's resting, Elena comes out of nowhere and summons him. He's like, you gotta treat someone in dire need of a doctor. So she brings Strand to a medical tent where a woman, apparently a pregnant woman, is about to give birth. Now, if you guys remember our predecessor show, The Walking Dead, let's just say pregnant women so far have not had a very good track record. So far, it might be broken because Maggie, still pregnant in The Walking Dead show, so we don't know, but judging by the predecessor show with the character Lori, when she was pregnant, that did not end up very well. And if you look at the Telltale games of The Walking Dead, particularly I know for a fact someone was pregnant in season 2, but was someone pregnant in season 1? I don't remember. I don't think so. At I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think anyone was pregnant in season 1. At least not to my knowledge or from what I remember. But season 2, there was that one chick in the Telltale game of season 2 that was pregnant. And she gave birth and she, like, not even a full day after, she ended up dying. And, yeah, she ended up dying and then, like, spoiler alert for anyone who did not play the Telltale games at all. And then, of course, in season 3, we see flashbacks of the main character Clementine and where she was. In a certain story, Clementine did know someone who was pregnant, apparently. Well, she didn't know right away, but she found out. And that person did not survive either. So it's like, again, spoiler alert for anyone who did not play the Telltale Walking Dead game seasons 1, 2, or 3. But yeah. People do not have a good tracking record with being pregnant in the apocalypse of The Walking Dead, so seeing another pregnant woman in Fear the Walking Dead and about to give birth kind of raises red flags around here. But anyway, Strand, he insists that he's not that kind of doctor, to deliver. He could, like, treat wounds and shit, but not deliver a baby. But he agrees to assist when the patient's husband pretty much threatens him with a knife. He's like, you help my wife give birth, or I'll kill you with this knife, right? He was like, okay, I'll help. Don't need to go batshit crazy on me. Anyway, I am currently running out of time, so I will see you in a part 2 video. Goodbye.